Hello everyone. So today's LeetCode challenge is sum of even number after query. So what this problem tell us, we have a given with a numbers list and query list, and the query list is contains some queries which we have to perform on a number list. So let's try to understand the example number one. So here you have given with a query list with a query of 1 and 0. Here is a in a query list, the first element is the value and the second element is index. So in our first query, what we have to do, we have to add 1 to our first element of our number list. Okay, so here as you can see, we add 1 to our first element of our numbers list. So after that, what we get 2, 2, 3 and 4. And so our task is the calculate the even sum after each query. So for that we fire our first query. Now what we gonna do, we calculate the even sum. So here as you can see, the even sum will be 8. After that, what we gonna do, we subtract 3 from our first element. So we subtract 3 minus 2. So our output list look like this: 2 minus 1, 3 and 4, and our output even sum will become 2 plus 4 equal to 6. After that, we subtract 4 from our first element. So output list look like minus 2, minus 1, 3 and 4, and our even sum will be minus 2 plus 4 is equal to 2. After that, we add 2 to our last element, like third element. So our list look like minus 2, minus 1, 3 and 6, and our even value looks like minus 2 plus 6 equal to 4. And our goal is to output even sum after every query. So let's jump into the code and try to understand it. So here in a code, first of all, what we gonna do, we calculate our even sum of our number. So for that, even sum equal to sum of I for I in nums if I modulo of 2 is equal to 0. So what is gonna do, it check for the condition if I module 2, like if the our I is even, it increase the our sum. And after that, we iterate through our query list. So for that, for I in range of our lane of query list. So query list, and we declare two variable, value and id equal to query of I. So what it gonna do, it store the value of query and the index of query. After that, we check if our number of id module 2 is equal to 0. If it is, what we gonna do, we subtract it from our even sum. So even sum minus equal to nums of id, and after that we increment our number with value. So numbers of id plus equal to value, and then we check if our number of id a module 2 is equal to 0. If it is, what we're gonna do, we increment our even sum with number, even sum plus equal to numbers of id. After that, to reduce our space complexity, what we're gonna do, we store our sum value to query list. So for that, query list of I equal to even sum, and then we're gonna return our answer, and our answer is query list. So let's try to run it. Yes, here as you can see, our output is 8624. So let's try to copy and paste the code into the site. So let's try to run our code. As you can see, our code is get accepted. Let's try to submit it. Yeah, it's get submitted. Here is a full code. Thank you for watching. See you soon.